This one too, or no?
Yeah, you can take it off, yeah.
John, if you want to put your guitar on this stand.
Oh, okay, but move it to where?
It's the same dilemma.
Yeah, where can we move this guitar?
You can just put it on that chair over there.
You want me to hold it?
Yeah, you can just lay it on the table, it's fine.
Who's playing Discord in the background, Mr. Well?
He's playing it better than us.
I think I taught it to him.
You really?
Well, did I teach you Discord?
Do you know?
I did not. Oh yeah, because she can play it.
I'm gonna say you alright?
I can tell her.
Alright.
There's no order that you want us to sit in, right?
No, whatever you're comfortable with.
Wow, I actually look skinny there.
Oh,
1, 2,
we
3.
need to switch chairs.
Like 8 cameras in there. Should we go for a while?
We just slowly.
Should I sit in this chair?
That's also
So,
Go and get race order, guys.
how do I get in the band?
Race order, race order.
Make sure we're rolling.
In order of what? Privilege, right?
There's a right to your privilege.
That makes sense.
There's a lot
That
of
actually makes a
people
lot of
right
sense.
here.
Yeah, do we go right to left or left to right?
Alright, somebody wants to grab a microphone. I'll take this one. Check 1, 2.
Oh, we're gonna use mine.
Just to take one, pass it around. Okay, we're constantly recording. What's nice about this, nothing's live, so we can edit out all the bullshit. Oh.
You decided to have a bass player in the band.
Alright.
Permanent
So we all in there? Alright guys, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for
on this
having us.
warm end, yeah, thank you, on this warm afternoon in this studio over here. So what we're gonna do,
That's amazing.
we're gonna dive into this and figure out why you guys are here, why you guys play instruments, and where you guys are headed. So first, what's the name of your band? Let's
We
start
are
with-
Starikova.
Okay, and who is the founder of this band?
It might be me.
Okay, cool. Because I heard you guys, and I'm like, wow, I got the chills. You guys really have a unique sound. There's so many bands out there,
Thank you.
and you guys just sound really tight and really very original.
Thank you.
So, which is what you need to be out there in this sea of bands, you know.
Sure.
Okay, so tell me, did you start off playing guitar or singer, or what's your background in music? How did you get into music?
Well, I guess I just was always around it, you know.
Okay.
So I'm very fortunate that my dad was playing quite a bit when I was a kid, and I picked it up when I was 5 years old, and that was about it. Really, you know, once I touched the strings, it was over.
Wow, so you're playing since you're 5?
Oh yeah.
Would you start off as little Mickey Mouse guitars, or do you have a
That's a
Donald
good
Duck
question. I have to really think about it. Maybe like a shoebox with a rubber band over it.
Okay. Hey, hey, when you're 5, as long as your hands
Yeah,
get
just
used to moving around,
dexterity, you know.
Doesn't matter what, you know the difference between a Les Paul and, you know, a Mickey Mouse guitar, like I said.
Tell me about
Hey,
it.
it's about getting your hands into the groove. So you started off when you're 5, then what happened? Did you take lessons, or?
I can't say I ever really took lessons. I think at some point in high school I might have started working with someone who was teaching me more how to use the guitar as a vehicle to understand some theory.
Okay.
But there was never a technical discussion about how to pick, how to position your hands, things like that. I guess you start early enough, you have that opportunity to get all the bad notes out of the way.
Exactly.
Still working on that, but
Exactly, love it. Yeah, so I think what I noticed with a lot of earlier musicians, a lot of them, like, they develop, as they grow, they develop, you know, their mentality with the music in mind, so they're growing with the instrument at the same time they're growing. So they're kind of like, well, this is what it comes out to be, this is what it sounds like, and they just naturally pick it up. I noticed that most musicians, they all start off when they're younger and they don't need lessons, so it's a natural thing.
I'm very lucky to have picked it up mostly by osmosis. Truly.
No, that's amazing. So it's mostly guitars, your instrument, and then how do you get into vocals?
Necessity.
Necessity? Yeah.
We needed a vocal, so
Oh, you need vocals? Okay.
he got promoted.
Okay. So somebody said a finger pointed at him. Okay, so so you kind of started. Is this your first band, or what's your?
I guess I've been in bands ever since I've been in middle school, to be honest.
Wow.
So is it my first band? No. Hopefully my only band, the last band, that'll be it. And we just
Yeah.
keep on trucking.
Because we know it's a lot of work and dedication to find people that want to stick with it. I hear all the time. You know, everybody's really good, then the drummer takes off, the bass player takes off. So, you know, if you got something good going, keep it going. You know?
I'm very lucky to have these these three with me.
So now,
Joel.
Yeah. Joel's
the guy behind the camera over there. So, how do you pronounce the name of the band again?
Starikova.
Starikova. That's a pretty cool name. Does it mean anything, or is
Nah,
it
not
like that? You just kind of
There's somebody I work with. His last name is Starikov. I just thought it would sound cool. It's the hardest thing we know already is trying to find a unique name that nobody else has.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
looks
not
good
like
on
buried
paper.
6 feet under the earth with blood coming out of my head or something. You know, somebody's crazy name.
It was just trying to find something unique, and we actually spent months nearly trying to find something else that might be more relatable or digestible to the average listener. But at some point, we're just like, all right, it might not mean anything, so we're going to define the meaning together through our effort and our performance.
Yeah, no, 'cause I was trying to make sure I pronounce it right. It's a pretty cool name, so that's pretty cool. So how many albums do you guys have? Or do you have one coming out? Or what do you guys as far as...
We released a single
oh, you did?
a couple of months ago. You want to talk about the EP?
We have our 10th studio album
Did
coming out.
you say 10?
Yeah.
Damn, how long were you together?
We do like one every month.
Oh my
Congratulations.
God.
Wow,
We're
damn,
working
man.
on the debut EP. We're going down next week actually to get started on that.
Okay.
Up, we're going up.
Going
to
up,
Boston.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, where are you
we're
going
in
to?
Boston, yeah.
Oh, Boston.
Yeah,
Oh, you
Boston,
found a good studio up there?
Massachusetts.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Nothing good in New York City? I'll go all the way to Boston? No? Good
I mean,
connection.
that's where they called us, so.
Yeah, yeah, Boston has a good music scene up there,
Well,
right?
there's also a reason why we're going to Boston.
Yeah.
John submitted one of the demos he had to these people called Plaid Dog,
Okay.
and they do this thing where they choose a couple bands that they do throughout the year,
Mm-hmm.
and they will help them crowdfund to do like a professional EP.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Now I see why you're going there.
Yeah, so they
that's
figure
a
out
good
a
reason.
budget.
Yeah.
They help us figure
Yeah.
out like how to get the message
Yeah,
out, and
yeah.
then we have like a couple months to just get as much money as possible.
Yeah,
And-
that's awesome. That's cool. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Jump on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right, so let me get back to you. So you're a drummer over there. So that's a really awesome drum set. So tell me about that. First of all, your drum sound is really killer. You're
Thank
obviously,
you.
I can tell you're a really good drum player. So
Thank
tell
you,
me,
I
how did you
appreciate
start picking up the sticks, banging the pots and pans? Were you young, or is it?
That kit costs half my salary.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. I'm like, wow. So, well, tell me, how did you get into drums? Were you banging on pots and pans like the Muppets when you were little, or? Is it-
Probably the
Yeah.
earliest memories I have is like 8 years old. I
Yeah.
didn't have a kit till I was 13.
Wow, 8 years old.
So I would bang on the couch or pillows in my room,
Yeah.
and I would actually like my sister
Oh,
would
that's
come
cool.
in
Yeah.
and be like, "We're trying to sleep," and like
Yeah.
I'm banging on the pillows that hard.
Yeah.
But like I didn't even have drumsticks or anything at that point. I would take like those sticks on the window blinds,
Yeah.
snap them over my knee, and those would
Oh,
be
there you
my
go.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
That's better than the pencils in school.
My
okay.
mom was like, "Okay, I'll get you drumsticks. Okay, I'll get you
You never told me
drumsticks."
about that.
Like, give me drumsticks and start taking the whole house apart and banging on things, right? Breaking the glass and
Thinking
stuff.
back though, like I wouldn't get my 8-year-old drum kit unless they were like
Yeah.
really serious about it either.
Right.
So I'm not like,
Yeah.
I think, but when I did,
Yeah.
I didn't feel like a beginner at that point.
Yeah.
I had a few years of, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Banging around. Yeah.
Yeah.
So at 8 years old, you got a drum kit. Then what happened? You kept playing, or did you ever put it away and say, "I had enough of this," or where'd it go from there?
Well, at 13 was when I got my actual first drum kit.
What
I was
kind of-
banging around
was
the
it like
house
that at
before
13,
that. No, it was like
Okay.
a no-name,
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it was like a little kid, like little.
What color
Yeah,
was
it's
it?
just an actual drum set, right?
I thought it was like a
Yeah.
great kit.
Yeah.
Being a kid,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, this is good.
It's like a first act from Walmart.
Oh, and it's first act. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I'm sure it was probably that quality.
$59, everything included.
Factory symbols.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sound like a little psh. And did you ever have lessons, or you just started playing? Like,
I was too impatient for
Really?
that. Like
Yeah, yeah, I like that
I want to
too.
play this, and that,
Yeah.
and they were gonna teach me drum rolls and that.
yeah,
And
like you want to do your own
I didn't
thing,
want to
right?
do that, so I
Yeah,
was like, I'm just gonna figure it out myself.
yeah. So
Yeah,
I
I
heard
skipped
you're
lesson.
a left-handed drum player. Is that true?
Yeah, maybe more
So-
so ambidextrous because it is a right-handed kit, but I just moved a few things on the left side to. make it
Yeah. So
happen.
you have like one of the floor toms over there. Is there a particular reason you have it set up like that? or-
Well, when you're like holding down a beat on the floor tom,
Yeah.
Show us. Hold this for you. Show us.
Oh, right. Can't get better than this. There we go.
Shit,
Now we
okay.
get- now we get to actually see it in here.
I'm not gonna actually.
And talk into that mic.
Should be on.
so if you're a right-handed drummer, you're doing this,
Yeah.
but I'm left-handed, so this isn't gonna sound good. So I just.
Ah, okay.
But all my fills are right-handed fills, but
Okay,
if
that
I'm
makes
doing
sense.
one of these, I'm not talking in the mic. If I do one of these, then it'll sound better, cleaner.
Okay,
The
so
ride symbol has always been on this side for me
yeah.
since day one. But a lot of left-handed drummers, they have their hi-hat here, they have everything, like the important stuff over here.
Right.
But by the time I was like, I didn't know that till I was like 15,
Yeah.
that left-handed drummers are supposed to set up backwards. I was already way too into it to like reset everything up
Yeah.
and relearn. So I was like, this is my kit now.
Well, that's really cool. So you have your own unique style and your setup. It's cool.
Yeah. It's for the best because if I can
Yeah.
hop on someone else's kit and still play it.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, if it works, right? Everybody has their own little style. That's cool. It's a badass drum kit. So how many bands have you been in? Is this your first official band, or is it like
The first band was called the Rampage Rockers.
okay?
We started when we were about 10, so I still
Did
got
you
a drum
really?
set. We had no
Did you really?
instruments.
Damn.
That was our band. We had no instruments. We were just, I don't know, I guess there was a lot of imagination going
Yeah,
on.
just come up with a name and just do
That guy
things.
over there.
Did you really?
was
I
our
think that's
keyboard
good.
player.
Okay.
We lost every talent show.
Hey, now you got the stories to tell.
Yeah,
You get tomatoes over that, or is it just?
you might as well. I mean, but I've been in only one other band that was semi-serious, but this is the first band where it's like
Yeah.
everyone's all in.
Yeah,
So,
an actual band going on tour and doing
yeah,
albums and
it's
stuff.
really nice because you struggle for years trying to find a full band of
It
people
is. It's
that are.
tough to get people that on the same page. Dedication. It takes a lot. People don't realize out there all the work it is to be a music creator and have a band. You know, it's a lot of work.
Took a lot of years.
I mean, you guys go on stage, that's all they see is that little 30, 40-minute set, but behind that's a lot of work. Like, you know, you guys got to set all this shit up, you got to drive here, put it in your car, unload it, then get together, create songs, record songs, collaborate. So that's what I'm trying to do, bring to the surface here, the hard work it is for these people. These people deserve, you know, the music industry is so underrated. Like, they need to realize just because you're not, like, on the top of the billboard doesn't mean you don't have talent. You know?
Exactly.
So please hear it from actual musicians here.
I've told these guys, like, it's going to take a lot to get rid of me because it took so long to get us together.
Right,
that,
good
like,
attitude.
It would take a lot to get rid of me.
Right, well,
So,
you definitely got
I'm
an
all
awesome
in.
style, so that's cool.
Yeah.
All right, so how'd you get, I see you play guitar,
Yeah.
you sing, how'd you get into this?
So, like, kind of, I only recently realized that, like, just having, like, introspective moments with myself, that, like, I've weirdly enough fallen in love with sound before I fell in love with music. Like, if you ask my parents, they'll tell you that when I was, like, a toddler, I would, like, make random noises, like, just mouth out the most, I'll hear, like, a pebble being, like, tossed onto the ground, and I'll try to mimic it. It was a very weird thing. But in terms of guitar and music, it's like kind of when I was like around 5 years old.
Wow.
My dad, I just walked in on him one time. He was blasting "Dirt" by Alice in Chains,
Okay.
and as soon as the first song, "Them Bones,"
Yeah.
just the
That guitar riff.
no, it's just Lane Staley yelling in my face, like.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That moment kind of like changed it for me in a way where it's like I got into like, you know, aggressive music, and that's when I like started like getting fully hooked onto Green Day. Green Day was like really the first band that kind of
Yeah.
got me to pick up guitar. We had this old, you know, home computer at the house, and whenever I would finish my homework at the end of the night, have dinner, I would spend the rest of the night playing air guitar in front of the computer.
So something he was telling me, I need to play music. I'm not going to feel, I'm not going to survive or breathe till I play music.
Weirdly enough, I played air guitar left-handed when I'm actually right-handed.
I noticed that. I've seen him do
That's
it.
interesting. For you, more like you said, more started with sound. Then you
Yeah.
developed a love for music. Then
And-
you brought into instruments and vocals, right?
Yeah, and I think the reason why I got hooked on sound before music is the reason why, like, in college I was known as the weirdo guitar player with a aircraft carrier size board. Like, this board I have here
Yeah.
is like my slimmed down board.
We got
When I
it.
first came into this band, I had
Yeah.
like this massive
Did you
thing.
really? Yeah. How do you keep up with it? How do you know what the prep? Like all that work adjusting all those things. Right?
Is this kind of years? Yeah, I'm just
Wow.
like getting familiar with these things and just falling even like deeper and deeper every day in love with like weird sound stuff that just is super left field, that isn't just,
No, that's cool. Yeah.
you know, the standard sound of an
Yeah.
instrument.
So you have a certain setup that you actually have all your pedals dialed into to get your own unique sound. Because I see you guys have a lot of combined. You guys have a lot of pedals here.
Yep.
So, no, that's really cool. All right. So then you just guitar was your first one, huh?
Guitar's first one. Yep. And you
Vocals.
know,
How'd you get into singing?
singing is weird. Like I
Are you
I've
the
always-
actual lead singer of the band?
yeah, we kind of
I see you
me.
have 4 mics.
Me, John, and Tyler does some lead vocals on some songs
Okay.
too. I've always been okay with singing, but I never considered myself a singer until I joined this band. But I think it's like, I guess like in high school and college I was very introverted, so I kind of, my vocal cords got used to not pushing themselves.
Right.
And so, out of necessity, when I joined this band, they just had me like, hey, can you try singing the songs? Like, I could try. And then eventually, I started liking it a lot more. And now I'm learning to like get more aggressive and more loud with my voice.
Yeah, I did see you have like a really unique tone. Like it kind of, when I was listening to him, like your voice came and it just fit right in with the type of music you're playing. I'm like, wow, this is interesting. It's not like some singers that sing doesn't go with the style of music.
Right.
Here it's just kind of like icing on a cake. So it's definitely a good mix.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Why do these bass players always get left out? What's up with the bass players?
Yep.
Come on,
Is
let's
the
go.
stylist there?
He's temporary.
He's not actually in the band.
Yeah, I'm a
He's just
session
fill in.
musician.
Just because it's
We
only four
have him around
strings,
to help
right?
us carry stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Basically,
He's just
yeah.
the guitar tech.
The guitar tech, good idea. Here's what I always say about bass. People say, do you really need bass? I say, you know what? I'm going to take away the bass player. You tell me what it sounds like. They're like, oh, that's why we have bass.
Mhm.
There you go.
So just because it's four strings, you know, sometimes it's not always cool. It's still important. Man. Bass is important, man.
Yeah.
So why are you playing bass?
Why do I play bass?
Yeah. Why do you pick up all the instruments? Why do you pick up a bass? Not a piano, not a saxophone, a trumpet. Why do you pick up a bass?
Well,
Ooh, sax.
I started with guitar because my one friend that I've been friends with since freshman year of high school was like really into it.
Okay.
He was learning like Dragon Force and stuff like that.
Okay.
And he taught me it because
Yeah.
I was like, you know, I think I want to go to college for music, but before that, I had zero musical training,
Okay.
only interest in music, which
Yeah.
turned out was a lot more than anyone else had.
Right.
I just never followed through on it.
Yeah. You
So
never
he
put it
taught
on.
me guitar,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, I'm kind of getting it, but it didn't feel right.
Right.
And then I decided to try bass about
And that just
4
clicked.
months
Yeah.
afterwards,
Yeah.
and it felt way better.
It's funny you say that. Almost all the bass players I talk to all say the same thing. They're like, bass is just me. I need it. I love it, and I'm gonna stick to it. They say almost the exact same words. It's very interesting.
Well, I noticed with my guitar playing, it's a lot more groovy like bass,
Yeah.
which is probably why I prefer it.
Yeah.
Because the guitar riffs that I'll like bring to these guys,
Yeah.
you know, it's a lot more on the rhythm rather than the notes I'm playing. A lot of my riffs only have like 5 notes in them.
Yeah. It's the groove, and it's
Yeah.
actually the bass. That's
It's,
what you need the
it's
bass. You
the
know?
way that it's being played
Right.
on,
Yeah.
the,
It
on the
goes
meter.
the
You know?
rhythm section. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what's important. Just the actual bass itself. And obviously, it has to be in tune and in key with everything else.
Mhm.
You don't just go in there and pluck a string.
Yeah, yeah.
Like some people think you do. But no, that's awesome. And then, so you start with guitar and bass, and then you're kind of just content with that, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Cool.
I learned a little flute probably in middle school, but that was
Okay.
because I had to have an elective, and that was like one of the only options.
Okay.
But never really followed through on that.
That's awesome.
So
All right, great guys. So they're gonna play some songs for you guys, and you want to tell us about some of the songs? A little, just obviously you can do an intro as you do them. Just tell us, is this from all these songs from an album, or these new songs, or any meaning behind the songs that you're playing?
Our first song that we're going to play tonight is called Discord, and it's the first single we released as a band together. The next one's going to be a cover of a very popular song. We're not going to tell you. You'll be able to figure it out. And the third one's the one that Tyler wrote, and is our first time playing it live.
Oh, sweet, awesome!
Yeah,
It's
it's
been a
been,
privilege. Yeah. Now the song Discord, is that actually about the Discord app, or is it just happened to Discord?
We got really into that app, so
That's cool. You guys grabbed that name, huh?
yeah, oh my god.
bear with us on the new track.
Don't sue us.
I'm not going to pretend I know our set list.
Yeah, pretty much a lot of the songs that we're playing right now live, pretty much the only one that's recorded and released right now is Discord.
Okay.
So everyone that comes to our show so far, they're kind of just getting like the live experience, and we're like super hyped to get these like, you know, onto tape and into people's Spotify libraries, you know,
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
Of
just-
course.
because we've been getting a lot of good live responses from people. So we're like, let's have these people enjoy our music when they're at home, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
Super excited for that.
Yeah, definitely. All right, and so what's the best place for the world to find you? Do you guys prefer Spotify, YouTube, or what's the best way?
So right now, besides our single Discord that's available on Bandcamp and SoundCloud,
Okay.
the main places you can find us are on our socials, mainly Instagram at
Okay.
Starikova Band,
Okay.
Facebook, same name, Starikova Band. And if you want to see how we operate off of one brain cell, or TikTok. What's up, Sarcoma?
There you go.
Did you say YouTube?
Oh yeah, and then also.
That's why we do this. There's so many nowadays. I can't keep up on them all. You know, there's too many
Yeah,
channels.
and then yeah, pretty much YouTube. We have like a little growing channel that we're gonna put like bigger video projects regarding our music on. And right now we have a little short documentary we shot during the recording
Oh, wow.
of Discord.
I'll have to check that out.
So find that on this Starikova, the Starikova band, right? Yeah,
I assume.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
Starikova band, YouTube.
All right. Cool. Well, guys, check them out. They're gonna be playing here. Don't forget to go on their pages. These guys are good. They're worth your time. We know there's so many bands out there. Check these guys out. Anything else you